Hello, Commanders. What's going on? UltimatDJz here with another Teaching Trek YouTube video. Welcome to Arcfall December. We finally made it through 2024, and here we are, the final Arcfall of the year. It is Q's Continuum Part 2, an arc that brings with it very cool new event revamp. We're going to talk about a little bit later. A new ship, new hostiles, new armadas, a new loop, new currencies, and all the stuff we love. You know, it's... Merry Christmas. Let's dive in. Buckle up. We've got a lot. This one is going to be packed with info, charts, data, and we're going to need your help in actually finishing some of these charts as well. So be sure to submit your information on our Discord. Be sure you're over on our Discord. Join in, and be sure to tap out Blue Mandalorian and Jules Verne as we're looking for our data. Officers first, as usual. This month you have the Explorer Retaliation Squad. So this one is fighting back against player explorers. The Epic is Soren. His captain's maneuver is a percentage chance of applying burning for one round. Full synergy takes him to 100%. His officer ability is exactly the same as last month, which is increasing your apex barrier by a percentage if the player has burning. I feel like these aren't as exciting to reveal this month because last month the abilities were precisely exactly the same. Just now they're focused on killing explorers instead. You'll find the rare officer Romy. She is an Elarian and has an officer ability of increasing isolated defense if the player has burning, but the below deck ability is same as what we saw last month. If a player is afflicted with hull breach, then she increases apex barrier. Finally, you have Miss Q. She's the other rare. Officer ability is increasing isolated cascade by a percentage for 3 rounds if your enemy has burning, and the below deck is if your ship has morale, then increasing apex barrier. Again, this month we're seeing that if you're going to use them on the bridge, you need all 3. So what will sourcing look like? Well, most likely for the rares, not really any different. But there is something interesting and unique that they're trying this month, and you could call it a bit of a holiday kind of spirited type of event. I kind of like it, though spending will still probably be concentrated on the weekends because there will be solo leaderboards on the weekends. But the paired heroic solo milestones, plural, will start on weekend 1 and not end until the end of the month. Yeah, that's right. You heard correctly. The heroic solo milestone will have a timer on it of like 14 or 15 some days. It will start on Saturday of week 1 and last till the end of the month. This heroic will be typical in how it looks. It'll award 50 shards, but you don't lose your progress. So if you go through a certain number of milestones or don't want to finish it in weekend number 1, you keep your progress and you can pick it back up later, whether you spend in the middle of the week or you wait till the following weekend number 2 solo leaderboard. And so you still have the solo leaderboards, but you don't feel bad about overshooting your milestone. Hey, big spenders! You want to finish your milestones and get 50 shards? Cool. What then? Well, a new heroic solo milestone will pop, this time with 100 shards and a 5% discount on the cost of the milestones. This solo milestone will also persist for the month and expire at the conclusion of the arc, so you've got carryover and keeping your progress there too. So there's a total of 150 shards that you could get. Hey, big spenders! You want to go deeper? Sure you do. It's Christmas after all. It's the season of giving to Scopely's bank account. Because if you finish the second milestone, a third milestone will appear. And this time it will contain 200 shards. And another 5% discount on the milestones. So a total of 10% discount on the price of the milestones and another 200 shards. Oh, yeah. 'Tis the season, baby. 'Tis the season to be jolly. So there are officers and sourcing. At least it's not credit card only. Okay, so there's that. We talked at great length last night in the preview about the SS Revenant, a new ship this month that will make quick work of the Elorian assimilated hostiles in the zigzag space over near G4 Fed space. This ship has a passive ability of just massive, mind-blowingly, ridiculously, impressively large amounts of damage boost against these ships and a loot boost for these hostiles as well, starting at 500% at Tier 1 Level 1. In addition, the ship's refinery options will open up the Continuum refinery to something even huger than you could have imagined. It's a massive refinery and will begin sourcing chaos tech, massive amounts of resources and materials, research particles for a great deal of cost efficiency research in other areas of the game, including ships, research, and specialty building materials. So how does the loop work? Well, It can look confusing, but we're going to try to simplify it for you. Let's take a look at this particular graphic, which is very simple in and of itself. You'll use the ship to kill Continuum hostiles and earn solo armada directives. You'll kill the Borg Type 3 solo armadas, which, by the way, are single ship. You don't even take 3 ships, it's just 1 ship. By the way, you're going to want to take the Revenant, okay? It's going to drop ship parts, Nexus particles for the research, and resources and materials out of that Borg loot refinery. You'll use the ship parts to tier up the ship and get it to tier 5 and at least level 21. Lord, this is so important. Be sure, for the love of all things holy, that you level it up before you scrap it. But then, yes, you're gonna scrap it. Scrapping this ship will evolve the Revenant from Mark 1 to Mark 2. You'll claim the refit shards to take it to Mark 2 in your ship refit section, and you'll claim some special rewards, more materials, resources, and a bonus one-time claim bundle, and 10 more limited time bundles, which we'll show you a little bit more in detail later. In the meantime, you're going to continue doing the Borg Armadas to earn more goodies and tier the ship again. You will also earn group directives, in which you will participate in the group armadas, which are a little bit more of a bonus type mechanic. They are not as important to the loop as the solos are. The group armadas, which will require at least 1 Revenant, and the rest of them could be normal ships, will allow you to participate in those and then just get extra goodies. However, this is a progression-based scrap mechanic, and many of you are going to call this Stella 2.0, and it kind of is. But without some of the more significant pain points of the original Stella. This is not an unlimited scrap model. The most you'll need to scrap is actually only 3 times, and it's really once per generation. G4 players will scrap it 1 time. G5s will scrap it twice, and G6s will scrap it 3 times. On your screen now is the ops logs and the part of the rewards table. We don't have all the data yet, so we're counting on you guys to help us out. Part of the rewards table for the various evolution and tiers of the ship. This particular screenshot is for the Borg Solo Armada, so missing a lot of data there. This ship will eventually exceed Mantis mastery levels of resource payouts. So for those of you focused on material and resource acquisition, this is going to be very, very good. For those of you who struggle against the Elorian assimilated hostiles, this will improve that grind significantly as well. But you're paying here in month 1 to enjoy those benefits. We are told that a path to grind the ship will be present very soon, and that we can expect around about 100 days to grind the ship as per usual. There will be 4 new Chaos techs this month, including 2 epics, 1 rare, and 1 uncommon. The first epic is Soren's Trilithium, which is another PvP Chaos tech, including Apex Barrier, reducing opponents' shots if they have morale, so an anti-explorer ability, and increasing shield health. The next epic is PvE in nature. This Chaos tech supports the Gorn loop, and is called the Inaran Execution Post. It will inflict burning for 2 rounds, increase Apex Isomatter by a stupidly large amount, making the Eviscerator research is kind of laughable at this point, and increasing isolytic damage against the Gorn by a huge percentage. If you're still working through the Eviscerator loop, this one could be interesting for you. The rare this month is the Unimatrix Shielding, and is PvP in nature, reducing your opponent's isolytic cascade damage, increasing your own isolytic defense, and increasing weapon damage. Finally, the Multiphasic Chamber is the uncommon, and will increase warp range and warp speed on the ship that it is equipped on. Now, quality of life. Let's talk a little bit about this. I feel like they actually did a big number on this again this month, so I'm going to spend a few minutes on it because I think most of these are actually pretty good. First, what I called for last month, if you master a pillar in the independent archives and no bundles are remaining, kind of like Monavine. Those of you who got Monavine Mastery, you just see it says build the Monavine. Well, we don't want to do that. We've already done it and mastered it. They're going to remove the entire tab, so that's cool. They have also rewritten over 3,000 bundles in the faction store to reduce clicks and remove the rewards confirmation screen, and instead kind of do like this animation that shows your rewards and moves on out, okay? This should reduce clicks in the faction store by over 50%. And I know we spend a lot of time in the faction store, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that one plays out. There was also some coding changes on the architecture, the base level of the game, that should improve loading speeds on a number of menus, including events, faction stores, refineries, gifts, and more. This may not be as noticeable to some people, but should reduce strain and hopefully assist in reducing lag. Or it'll break everything. We don't know.
You're this close, Brain, to being unemployed. You know that?
Finally, the big one, the big event refactor. All right, 6 years in the making. I want to be careful to note that this will not launch here on day one, but actually on day 2. So you will not see it today on Arcfall Day, but starting on Wednesday, because, you got to get to event reset tonight. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The 11-day mini event schedule is no more. It is gone. All right, no more 11-day cycles, no more 6-hour events and all this other stuff. Let's tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get a 4-day rotation with 2 12-hour events and 1 24-hour solo milestone per day. That's it. 2 12s, 1 24 every single day. There will also be 1 24-hour solo leaderboard event. These events will focus on newer and updated areas of the game, plus some progression, traditional progression, like researches and buildings. There will be fleet commander events, ship upgrades, artifact hunts, things like that will be handed, that will be cycled in there in this new 4-day series. Pinnacle of Power has also been expanded from G5 to escalate to G6 and drop all down to Gene 4. These will award rewards relevant to all 3 generations, so we're told. But wait, there's more. There will also be the introduction of a new weekly cadence of events. Now, most of this stuff we actually already know, right? Mining Monday isn't really changing, so yay, shucks. Kind of wish that one had just gotten axed. But Tuesday is now Tech Tuesday, and we'll focus on Forbidden Techs and Q's trials. Final Weapon Wednesday will focus on the Zindi loop. Cerritos is unaffected and will continue on Wednesdays. Cube Thursdays will focus on technological distinctiveness and using the cube. Apex Thursday and the Eviscerator events are unaffected. Voyager Friday will involve Herogen Hostiles and Voyager's astrometric scan ability. Cosmic Saturday is not changing in its structure, but has been updated with all new rewards intended for younger ops and catch-up players. Finally, Swarm Sunday is adding the NSEA Protector to its ranks and adding an extra event for the Mirror Universe. Not bad, right? But wait, there's more! There will also be a new 28-day meta as a new part of the daily events every single month. All right. This will not require perfection, but will require a decent amount of participation in a majority of the daily mini events. You finish this 28-day meta, you'll earn significant progress towards officers in a new Admiral's Recruit section. Yes, folks, let me spell it out for you. We're saying that there will be enough officer shards here for a full epic unlock. The month-long meta has finally returned! So we'll see how that plays out and what kind of requirements are going to be involved from the daily mini events. So we'll check on that. On top of all that, you're going to get a holiday event store this month. I don't know much about it, but we're going to keep you posted on the items that are in it and any items that may be added. And the Battle Pass has choice tokens this month. So all kinds of pleasant surprises out of Scopely this holiday season. So let's capitalize, enjoy, and stay tuned here for more content. That's it. You got it. Lots of data, lots of stuff, and a lot of stuff more to explore. Join us tonight on Twitch as we explore the new ship and her capabilities, and on Thursday for a special podcast with Obsidian Hamster and game designer Mr. Tiger as we dive deeper into Q's Continuum. We will have more analytics, more charts, more data, more analyses from Jules Verne and Blue Mandalorian as we progress through the next 24 to 48 hours, including the payouts from the Borg solo armadas, the group armadas, how the fabricator bundles work, and how these resources and materials are all going to be paid. We're going to be breaking all of that down for you, and you're only going to find it in one place. It is right here. Thank you, Commanders, for being a part of our community and watching our content. This is Arcfall, the last one of 2024. So what do you think? Leave your comments, your questions down below. We'll answer those as best we can, and we'll be here for you all throughout Arc launch and the following days. My name is UltimatDJz. I'm your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now, love a minute. We'll catch you on the next one. Live long and prosper, Commanders. Meow! All right, that was weird, right?